as government assures of availability. Police still in search of abductors of Director, Rivers Revenue Service. Rivers State listed among states to witness severe flooding this weekend. Zamfara State government denies paying huge funds to bandit leaders. On the foreign scene, fire kills 17 pupils, injured several others in primary school in Kenya. I'm Ifichuku Moyano with the news. The House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream has joined in demanding the reversal of fuel to the old price. The chairman of the committee, Al-Hassan Adodogua, in a statement described the hike in petrol price as unacceptable. He said that a situation where private companies took advantage of gaps in the system to make arbitrary profit at the expense of Nigerians was inimical to the country's progress. Now, the lawmakers' demand comes after the Minister of State Oil Petroleum Resources, Heineken Lobobiri, promised that the lingering petrol scarcity across the country will be over this weekend. The minister said this after meeting with Vice President Kashim Shettima. He said product will be made available across the country, and he believes the availability will improve the cost.
Products are available in the country, and we believe that between now and the weekend, there will be availability of products across the length and breadth of the country. Government is not fixing prices. This sector is deregulated, and we believe that with the availability of products, the price will find, its level. And this is important, for Nigerians to know. In summary, the president is empathetic about what's going on. That's why he directed this meeting. There is enough product in the country to be able, to meet the demands of Nigerians, so they should not panic buying.
The Executive Director, Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NNDPRA, Kalu Okwoha, also spoke to newsmen.
All regulatory efforts are now geared towards stabilizing supply with the resultant impact that it will be positive also on the stability of price. To that objective, the regulator is ensured that there's increased operating hours from all loading depots. Vessels are being cleared promptly and extended hours where safety can permit for truckouts as well. More importantly also is the reinforcement of the support being given to local refiners.
Meanwhile, the National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) is insisting on going ahead with the planned nationwide protest on the 15th of September over the increase in petrol prices. The Senate President of the NANS, Henry Okuomo, said this during an interview on Channels Television on Friday. He said the protest is not just for the reversal of the price of fuel, but for several other policies that he said have affected students. In other news, the Rivers State Police Command says efforts are ongoing to secure the release of the director working with the Rivers State Board of Internal Revenue Service that was kidnapped 2 weeks ago. The public relations officer of the command, Grace Iringekoko, told the correspondent that operatives of the command are still on the trail of the assailant. Recall that the director, whose identity has not been disclosed, was abducted by gunmen on the 24th of August at about 8:20 p.m. According to a report, the gunmen came through Okerika waterfront near Marine Base area of Port Harcourt and shot sporadically into the air before taking their victim into their boat and zoomed off. In another development, police say the incident at the River State Secretariat of the All People's Party, APP, on Wednesday was not a direct attack on the party's office. The public relations officer of the state command, Grace Iringekoko, told correspondent Emekotoka that a security officer at the state party secretariat was struck by a stray bullet fired from a distance. Now, she said the Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, has ordered a full investigation to uncover the circumstances surrounding the shooting. She also called on the public to provide any useful information that would help combat crime and enhance security across the state. Earlier, State Chairman of the APP, Sani Nwokekoro, said the attack may be politically motivated. He also said the bullet has been removed and the victim is recovering. Now, the Nigerian Police Force has condemned the practice of backdating firearms licenses by some individuals in the country. The police had in August 2023 stopped the issuance of licenses for small arms due to the high rate of illegal arms proliferation in the country. Speaking on Thursday at a joint briefing of the Strategic Communications and Interagency Policy Committee organized by the Office of the National Security Advisor, Force spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi stated that backdated firearms licenses remained fake. He warned that the use of arms in the country presently is illegal, adding that it is punishable under the law to possess one. Still on security matter, Zamfara state government has denied paying huge funds to bandit leaders. In a media briefing, the secretary to the state government, SSG, Abubakar Nakwada, disowned some document being circulated which insinuated that it had released huge funds to some bandits kingpins for dialogue in the state. He said security agencies had been properly briefed and were on trial to track down the social media source of the claim. Still to come, Rivers State listed among states to witness severe flooding this weekend. Stay with us.
Light Up Port Harcourt Music Festival. Over 10,000.
Of the Federation's SGF, George Akume, says it is unacceptable for 2,776 people to be killed and 16,309 others injured in road traffic crashes between January and July this year. The GF said this during the launch of the FRSC mobile app and National Crash Reporting Information System, NACRIS. Mr. Akume said the app was intended to raise awareness and sensitize both drivers and passengers on the potential causes of road traffic crashes in the country. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has questioned the former Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, over alleged contract irregularities and job racketeering at the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund during his tenure. The spokesman for the ICPC, Demola Bakare, confirmed Ngige's invitation but said he was released after he was interrogated. The ICPC had previously summoned several top officials of the NSITF for questioning regarding a 47 million Naira gratuity paid to the immediate past managing director, Mrs. Maureen Alagoa, while she was still in service. Away from that, the federal government has predicted that Rivers and 6 other states may be severely affected in 5 days' rainfall that may lead to flooding in 21 states in Nigeria. The prediction by the Office of the National Flooding Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment listed the other states to include Benue, Kogi, Anambra, Delta, Imo, and Bayelsa states. It also warned communities downstream of River Benue to take caution. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency has advised states in the central and southern parts of the country to clear blocked drainages, construct temporary flood barriers, and evacuate from floodplains to save higher grounds ahead of the predicted rainfall in the areas. In business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) says petrol from the Dangote refinery will flood the market for September 15, 2024. The Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the NNPCL, Olufemi Soneye, said this in a statement. He said prices of product would be determined by market forces. In entertainment, singer Ira Star has angrily reacted to the abduction and murder of Christiana Idowu, a 300-level student of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Ogun State. In sport, Super Eagles caretaker coach Augustine Eguavoen now has the full complement of all 23 invited players in camp with the arrival of striker Victor Osimhen yesterday. 25-year-old Osimhen took part in the team's evening training session. On the international scene, about 17 pupils have been confirmed dead following a fire incident at the Hillside and Darasha Primary School, Central Kenya. Reports say the incident happened on Thursday night when the pupils were asleep. The spokesperson of the Kenyan police, Rasila Onyango, said a team of investigators has been deployed to the school to unravel the remote cause of the fire incident. There are fears that the death toll could rise as more than a dozen others have been taken to the hospital with severe burns. Now that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. NANS is insisting on going ahead with its September 15th nationwide protest over fuel price hike as the federal government assures of fuel availability. Police still in search of abductors of the director, Rivers Revenue Service. Rivers State has been listed among states to witness severe flooding this weekend. Zamfara state government has denied paying huge funds to bandits leaders. And on the foreign scene, you heard fire has killed 17 pupils and injured several others in primary school in Kenya. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwusu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Ilechu Kumwanyali. Many thanks for listening.